Let's talk about Philippine culture. Why are Filipinos so happy? Why are they so respectful? How does it differ from the United States culture? That's what we'll talk about. Stay with me. For most people who go to the Philippines for vacation, for retirement, to find a wife or a husband, why is it that they see the difference and they feel the difference between the Philippines and the United States? First, let's talk about family values. Philippines has a very close family value. They value their family and they take care of family. That's very good. Now, to some degree, that could be carried to a fault. And sometimes that closeness to family values, they support their family, they tend to not want to work because they're getting the support. But in general, family values in the Philippines are close. The other thing is the respect for the elderly. That is something you don't see in the United States. They respect elderlies really, not because it's the law, it's also part of the culture. For example, seniors in the Philippines have priority when it comes to getting a taxi, being serviced in banks, and so forth and so on. So many times I have experienced when I'm in the Philippines. For example, I took a number at the bank when I was at the bank and I sat down there, and somebody in front signaled me and said, come, go over there. Oh, I forgot. Seniors have priority. There is a senior line where I could be serviced without having to queue in, okay? And that's amazing. That's amazing. One time also, there is another incident. I was in a taxi line. I was waiting for a taxi, so I stayed in line just like everybody else. Sometimes I feel bad going to the priority line. And some passenger called me and said, Sir, stay over there. You will get the next car for you to get home. Isn't that nice? Because if they didn't tell me that, I would just go ahead and stay in line just like everybody else. But no, they gave me the priority and let me have the next car. You will never see that in the United States. Also, they offer discounts. Now, that one is by law. But sometimes, what I'm buying is so small, I don't even wave my senior card and say, give me a discount. No. But they ask, Sir, do you want to take advantage of the senior discount? Well, now that you ask, thank you very much. So I show it to them. But that's how they are. That's just how they are. Not because it's the law, but they do respect the elderlies, much more so than in the United States. They're also very courteous. In the Philippines, when they speak or when you speak and you say po, that is a sign of respect. I myself, I don't remember using po. When I was younger, I use ho. Wala ho. Hindi ho. That's a sign of respect, but not as formal as the po. When I was in the Philippines, they always said po. Hindi po. Wala po. Sorry po. Always has a po. And that is really amazing. I was impressed by that when I went back because I don't know if it was that way 50 years ago when I was living in the Philippines, but I don't recall it to be that way. But maybe it was. I don't know. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. While I was at the condominium in the Philippines, there was something wrong that needed to be addressed right away. So I went down to the operations office in the lobby, and I explained the situation, and they got on the computer, typed in the report, etc., and they said, okay, we'll take care of it, sir. We'll send somebody over. Went back to the unit, nobody was showing up. I went back the second time and I reported it again. They did the same thing, type it up. I went back, nobody showed up again. On the third time, I was upset, obviously. So I went back down again and I explained it, and they got on the computer and they would type in the report again. I said, please, stop typing the report. This is already the third time. I want some action. Get somebody up there, or you yourself get off that computer, come with me, and I'm going to show you what is wrong so something gets done quickly, because I'm not going to be here in Manila or in the Philippines all the time. I'm only here for a short period of time. Okay? Is that all right? Opo, sir. Sorry po. They are so polite. In spite of you getting mad, they're still very polite. Here, you will get into an argument. Unless you're absolutely right and they're wrong. Sometimes they'll say, okay, I'm sorry, we'll go ahead and do that. But the po in the Philippines is always used to show sign of respect. And to a point that I felt embarrassed myself. Why am I getting so mad? And they're so relaxed and very respectful and saying, okay, we'll do it. That is the Philippine culture. It is different in the U.S. In the U.S., you can go into an argument and they can say, well, everybody's busy and what can I do? Blah, 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 blah. So everybody is just so vocal here in the United States. And then why are Filipinos very happy? Very happy people. Well, my guess, and this is just my guess, is because they're not materialistic. They seem to be very happy with whatever they have. If they can eat something that day, they're happy. They don't aspire to be able to buy a car or do this. Of course, they will say, oh yeah, it's nice to have a car. But deep inside, they're not going to struggle in order to get that car. They're not that materialistic. In the United States, you already have so much, you want more and more and more. So, in fact, when I was working in the US, I felt like, of course, I enjoyed my work, don't get me wrong. So I worked hard, but I felt like the company owns me. For me to be able to, or for someone to be able to get a day off, they practically have to beg that, oh, I have to take off because I have to take care of this and that and this and that. I am not sure that that is that way in the Philippines. Now, in my case, by the way, in the United States, they even forced me to take my vacation. They said, you better take your vacation or you're going to lose it. Get some rest. I guess they do that in the US if you're really that hardworking. And so I did not have a problem of having to beg for, to take a day off. But in the Philippines, I think they keep more, or they give more priority to family time and such. So are they not hardworking? Not necessarily so. They're hardworking people. Are Filipinos lazy? I wouldn't say so. They're not lazy. They're hardworking people, but they're laid back. They put less importance on work rather than spending time with the family. They put more importance in spending time with the family. Okay, now, of course, there are some crazy people like me, maybe, in the Philippines. Priority is work. So it varies, but in general, they're happy people, they're hardworking people, not lazy, but laid back, that's guaranteed. They're very courteous, they give importance to good family values, and they respect the elderly. That is some of the significant differences between the US and the Philippines. Now, that is not to say that in the US they don't respect the elderly, but it is more manifested in the way things are done in the Philippines that they do respect the elderly. So that's what I wanted to discuss today. Please do comment down below if you agree or if you disagree, and I'll appreciate it if you click like on my channel, and please do share this video with other people, and I'll appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel unless you have already done so. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.